Good morning everyone. I made this video to explain you how you have to prepare your journal for 12th standard. So in this video I will show you how you have to perform practicals and how you have to prepare your journal. So there are some guidelines in this video and everyone has to follow these guidelines. So let's start with this marks distribution. First of all, in CS1 your practical will be of 50 marks. Now this is the distribution of 50 marks. The writing and execution part of your program is of 30 marks. Your journal is of 10 marks and 10 marks will be of Viva. So total there are 50 marks for CS1 practical. So you have during your exam you have to write your program on the answer sheet as well as you have to execute the same program on the PC, and there are total 30 marks for this. And you have to prepare your journal. You have to prepare a journal according to the guidelines that I will provide you in this video. And in Viva, examiner will ask you some questions from your syllabus and it will be of 10 marks. So this is how your practical of CS1 will be of 50 marks. In case of CS2 again practical will be of 50 marks. Writing and execution of the program is of 30 marks. In case of CS2 you have to write your program on your answer sheet as well as you have to execute your program. In the same way, you have to write your program on the answer sheet as well as you have to execute your program on the 8085 kit. And in journal, you have to write your programs in CS2 and Viva will be of 10 marks. So again your CS2 will be of 50 marks. In this video, I will show you how you have to prepare your journal for CS1 as well as for CS2. So let's move to next part, software. So what type of softwares you require at your end to perform practicals? First of all, you must have Turbo C++ to perform the programs of C++. In your 12th standard, you have C++ in your syllabus, and for this you require Turbo C++ software to execute C++ programs. Next is you have some HTML programs, and for HTML programs you need Notepad. We have to perform all the HTML programs with Notepad. And the third is Visual Basic 6.0. You have some programs of Visual Basic. For this you have to install Visual Basic 6.0. So these all are the softwares that you require. Next is how you have to prepare your journal. So everyone has to follow this sequence to prepare your journal. So the very first is certificate. At the first page you have to attach your certificate page. Now this is how your certificate page will look like. This is your certificate page. You can design at your end, and college will also provide you this page where you have to mention the Department of Computer Science, and this is to certify that the work entered in this file belongs to this. Here you have to write your name and you have to write the year as well. And once your journal will be complete, I will check your journal, then I will sign here at subject in charge. And if your journal is fully complete and after my signature, college will provide you college stamp. College will provide you college stamp only if I will sign your journal, and I will sign your journal only when it is complete. So here you will get college stamp, and here you will get the signature of principal of the college, and this is how you have to prepare your certificate. So at the very first step you have to attach certificate page. Next is index page. After the certificate page you have to prepare index page. This is how you have to prepare your index page. At the index page you always have to follow this mechanism: serial number, name of the program, page number, date and signature. And you can make this table in Word. Do not write only with the pen or pencil directly on the page. So first of all, make a page in a Word, that is you can make use of table and then make proper columns and then write the name of the program. So this is how you have to write serial number 1. This is the name of the program, for example XYZ. And if your program will comprise of 3 page or 4 page, here you have to write page number 1, 2, 3. And in case of date, you do not have to write any date in your index page. College will provide you all the dates. I will provide you all the dates, then only you have to write date. So do not write any date in this date column. You have to keep it empty. And in the signature, I will give sign. So this is how you have to prepare your index page. This is the demo. I have just taken a snapshot of one file. So this is how you have to prepare your index page. This is serial number, name of program, page number, date. In case of date, you do not have to write any date. I will provide you dates, then only you can write these dates. And here I will sign. So this is the second part, how you have to prepare your index. Next is name of the program. At the start of every program, you have to write the name of program in detail. In detail means you just have to give description of the program in 2-3 lines. So for this, what you have to do is you have to design this page at your end. You can simply design this page at your home or at your end. So this is how you have to write the name of the college, Arham School and Junior College, practical number. Here you will give the number. Then Department of Computer Science, name of the student, signature. Here I will provide signature and title. So in the first page, you have to write program 1. For example, this is the program, to write a program in C++ to initialize the array. And you have to give description of the program in just 2-3 lines. That is, this program will arrange the elements of the array in ascending order by using bubble sort technique. So student, at the start of every page, you have to attach this page. So once you can design this page, then you have to take printouts of this page and write the description of every program, and you have to attach this page at the start of every program. So this is the third part, how you have to design this page, name of the program. Now I hope it is clear to you. Your first page will be certificate page, then index page. This is how your index page will look like. This is the description of program, introduction of every program. You have to attach it at the start of every program. Now the next part is, after the introduction of the first program, you have to attach the code of the program. This is how you have to attach the code of the program. On the right hand side, you have to attach the code, and on the left hand side, you have to draw the flow chart. This is, you have to draw flow chart of every program of C++. And on the next page, you have to attach the output of program. So this is how you can take snapshot of your output and you can attach the printout as in third page. So at the first page, you have to write the name of the program, then code of the program and flowchart of the program, and then output of the program. So this is the sequence that you have to follow for each and every program. Okay. So this is the first page, certificate page, index page, name of the program and code of the program. Now in case of code of program, when you have to take printout of the code of the program, you have to set font size as 12. Everyone has to follow this style and size, because it must be in uniform order. For all the programs, you have to set the font size as 12 and style as Times New Roman. And in case of flowchart, you have to draw the flowcharts for C++ programs only. You do not have to draw any flow chart for HTML or for VB programs. Okay, so you have to draw flow charts for only C++, and always you have to draw your flow chart with pencil. Do not make use of pen to draw flow chart. And the last page will be output page. In case of output, you have to attach the snapshot of the output. And students, there is one more instruction for all of you, that do not make use of any colorful pen. You have to use only blue and black pen, as well as you can make use of pencil for flowchart. Do not use any red, green pen in your journal. So otherwise I will not sign your journal. So do not make use of any colorful pen. So I hope it is clear to you how you have to prepare your journal. This is the format that you have to follow, and this is how your journal will look like. Your first page, index page. This is index, sample of index page, sample of the first page of the program, code and flow chart, and the output of the program. Now the next thing is how you have to save your C++ program, and how you can get the source code of that file, and how you can check the output. Students, in case of C++, you do not have to type programs in Notepad to take the printout. So once you type the program in Turbo C++, you can easily get the source code of the C++ program. So I will show you how you have to perform this part. Now I will show you that how you have to start with the Turbo C, how you have to write your program, save your program, how you have to save your program. It is very important to give the path while saving your program. So for this you have to open Turbo C++ for C++ programs. This is Turbo C. This is the area where you have to type your program. So for example, I have typed this program. Now I have to save this file. So for this you have to save your file. Go to file and then save. See students, here see Turbo C3 bin folder. This is the path of Turbo C. You cannot delete this path, because if you delete this path you will not get your file in the bin folder. So it is always recommendable or always advisable to follow this step while saving your file. So everyone has to follow this step. So what you have to do is you have to keep this path C Turbo C3 bin. This is the path, and here you can provide name of your file. For example, I want to provide name as abcd.cpp. CPP is the extension to save C++ program, and then click on OK. So once you click on OK, it means you have saved your program. Now you have to compile your program. Now why we compile this program? When we compile the program, the compiler converts this high-level language program into machine language, and computer understands this program. And if there is any error, it will give you error. Then you have to rectify that error. And if there is no error, you will get this message as success. It means your program is successful. There is no error. And now you can run your program to check the output. So this is how you have to run your program. So this is the output of the program. You can directly take snapshot of the output. Now, how you have to get the code of this program? So what you have to do is, this is how you have to execute your program. Now I will show you how you have to get this code, source code of this program. So exit from this mode. Quit. Exit. Now how you have to check the source code of the program? So what you have to do is go to C drive, because I have saved Turbo C folder in my C drive. So it is always advisable to save all these types of softwares in C drive. So go to C drive This is C drive. In the C drive, there is a folder Turbo C++. So you have to go into this folder Turbo C++. In this, you will get a folder disk. Under this, there is a folder Turbo C3. Click on this. You will get a bin folder. So you can click at bin folder. You can get the source code of every program in bin folder. But you will get the source code only if you have saved your file with the proper path. So do not delete the path of the program, path of Turbo C while saving your program. So I have saved the program with ABCD. So this is ABCD. This is the source code of ABCD program. When I click on this, see here, you will get the code of the program. You will get the complete code of the program. Now it is your choice. You can copy the program and save on Notepad as well as Word to take a direct printout. And if you want to take print from this space, you can also take, if you see how you can directly take printout from this, or you can save this file also. You can directly go to print option, then it will ask for printer. If printer is attached, it will directly take output. If there is no printer at your home, then you can simply save it. So as I don't have printer, so you can save it with any name at your desktop, and later on it will save your file in the PDF form and you can take printout. Otherwise, what you can do is simply copy this program, just copy it and save it in, paste it in Notepad. You can directly go to Notepad, paste your code here and set the font and style. As I have told you, you have to set the font as 12 and style as Times New Roman. So this is how you can take the output of code of every program. Students, here I want to tell you one thing, that in the 11th standard, I have seen that many of the students has directly taken the snapshots of the program. So I have accepted that part only for 11th standard, but in 12th standard, you have to make your journal according to the guidelines, because your 12th is of board. So you have to follow proper steps. So this is very simple. You can easily get the source code of your program from the bin folder. You can just copy and paste the code, set the size, style, and you can make a file, and at the end you can take printout. And same for the outputs. For output, you can directly take snapshot. So this is how you have to execute your C++ program, how you have to get the source code of the program, and how you have to attach the output. So this is the complete C++ program. Now the next is HTML. You have some practicals of HTML in 12th standard. So how you have to perform HTML programs. Why we use HTML? HTML is hypertext markup language. By using HTML, we can design web pages. So how we have to design a web page? For HTML programs, we have to type programs in Notepad. So for this, we have to use Notepad. So in the Notepad, this is a Notepad. Here you have to type your complete program. Whatever program you have to type, you can write your complete program here. So for example, this is a Notepad and I have this file, and how you have to save this file and how you have to check the output. So what you have to do is, first of all, type your program and then save your file. Go to this file folder, save, and then you have to choose location. So let's suppose I am choosing the location as a desktop. Here you have to provide the name to your file with extension. So let's suppose I provide name as sample.html. So you always have to write .html, otherwise it will not save your file in HTML format. So the name is sample.html, and then click on save. Now we will check the file on the desktop. So the file sample, hey, see, this is a file with name sample. Now how you have to check the output? Whenever we have to check the output of this type of HTML page, we have to check the output with any of the browser. So you can make use of any of the browser. So just right click on this and then open with, these are the browsers. I can make use of any of the browsers. So let's suppose I'm choosing this Google Chrome as a browser, and this is the output of my page. Welcome, hello, welcome to my college. This is a web page. When I will give you a complete program of HTML, I will show you how you have to design a web page. What is the syntax that you have to follow. This is just a step how you have to save your file and how you have to check the output. So this is how you can check the output. This is a web page. Now if you want to make changes in your web page, how you can make changes? So for this, right click on this, go to open with Notepad. Open with Notepad. This is your file. So you can make any of the changes, whatever you want. For example, here I want to write hi, and now I want to check the execution, or I want to execute this page and check the output. So for this, again you have to save your file, to save your changes. So click on save and then close. Now let's check the output. Go to this sample page, right click on this, open with Google Chrome. So this is the output hi. This is a web page with message hi. So this is how you can create web pages by using Notepad. Now the third category is Visual Basic. You also have some programs of Visual Basic. So for Visual Basic you have to install Visual Basic 6.0. So you have, after installing Visual Basic 6.0, you have to open it, Visual Basic 6.0. This is Visual Basic. Now you have to go into standard exe file. This is the platform where you have to work. So go into standard exe file. This is the project, and on the project one, this is form number 1. So how you have to create a form? This is toolbox. Inside the toolbox there are many different types of tools. You can make use of any of the tools. So for example, this is a text box. So I have selected text box. This is command button. You can choose command button. This is a radio button. You can make use of radio button. So this way you can design any type of form, whatever design you want to choose. So this is a label. So here I have taken an example of label. So this is a text box, label, radio button, and this is command button. And on the right hand side, this is a properties window which give you properties regarding this text box, label, radio button and command button. So you can change properties accordingly. Now the next part is if you have to do a coding. So how you have to do a coding and how you have to save your program. So whenever you have to do a coding part will done on the buttons. So when you have to do a coding, just double click on this button. When you double click on this button, you will switch to this location. This is the coding part. This is the coding part of command 1. It is given here, command 1. So it means in this area you can provide coding to command 1 button. So this is how you can provide coding. Now once you are done with your designing part and coding part, then you have to check the output. For this you have to run your form. So this is the button to run your form, start. So when you click on this, you will get output. So according to this, this is the output of this form. And now if you want to make changes in your form, or if you want to do any alteration, so first of all you have to stop the execution, otherwise you cannot make changes in your form. So for this you have to click on this stop button. This stop button will end the execution. Look at this, this is end button, this will end the execution, then you can make changes. So this is how you have to do programs in Visual Basic. Now let's move to next part. So this, I hope it is clear to you how you have to execute your C++ programs, how you have to get output, how you have to get the source code. There is no need to write source code in your Word file, or again you have to type. You can directly get source code from the bin folder. Now this is HTML. For this you have to use Notepad, and for Visual Basic you have to use Visual Basic 6.0. Now let's move to CS2 part. Now in case of CS2, what you have to do is, in case of CS2, every program you have to write in your file must be handwritten. So in case of CS2, you do not have to attach any printout or any snapshot. Everything will be handwritten. So in case of CS2, you have programs of 8085. So how you have to prepare journal for CS2? You have to write your programs of 8085, then you have to write the input and output of the program, and then flags of that program. Now I will show you how you have to prepare the journal for CS2. This is the start page of CS2. Again, this is the same page that you have designed for CS1. The only difference is here you have to write the program 1 of CS2, that is write a program to do addition between 2-bit numbers which are stored in this memory location. So at the start of every program you have to attach this page, and you have to write the name of every program. Now on the next page you have to write the program. You have to write the program with pen. You do not have to take printed output of this type of page. So this page must be handwritten. So this is how you have to write the program. This is a program of 8085. This is the sequence that you have to follow while writing your program. This is the address part, label part, mnemonics code, mnemonics and hex code, and these are the comments. After the program, you have to write the input and output part. So this is the input part, and this is the output part. Input part means the data that you have taken before the execution of the program. So this is the data that you have taken for execution. For example, the data is 06 and 06 memory location 6030 and 6031. Now after the execution of the program, you will get output as 0D. So 0D is the output. This is the sum of two numbers 06 and 07, that is 0D. So this is the output. So this is the input and this is the output. You have to write input and output of every program at the end of program. Now these are the registers. So you have to write value of every register, and after this you have to write value of flag registers. This is D9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0 and so on. Whatever will be the value of the flag according to your program, you have to write the value of flags. So what you have to write in CS2: program, input, output, registers and flags. So this is how you have to write CS2 programs. Program, introduction of every program. At the start of every program, introductory page, you have to attach this page, program, and then flags and registers. So this is how you have to prepare your CS2 journal. So I hope students it is clear to you how you have to prepare your CS1 and CS2 journal, and do not introduce any extra thing in your journal. So try to follow all these guidelines to prepare your journal. Thank you.